just got a new boat? Congratulations, you're in for a ton of fun. Now, right about now, you might be wondering, is steering a boat different than steering a car? Well, it's not very different, but yeah, it is different. So let's talk about some of the basics you need to know. Hi folks, I'm Lenny Rudow from BoatUS magazine, and I love talking to people who just bought their first boat. Trust me, this is going to be awesome. But you do have to remember that since you don't have tires and asphalt and friction, a boat depends on thrust for steering. So, as a result, when we're moving along slowly as we are now, and I turn the steering wheel, it has a very different effect than when the boat's moving quickly and I turn the steering wheel. Watch how, as I increase thrust, the effect of the turn changes. It's important to remember, folks, that different boats all do steer differently. And the difference between an articulating drive like this outboard and a rudder that depends on water flowing across it to force a turn can be rather dramatic. You'll spend a lot of time cruising along, so let's look at steering while at planing speeds. The most important thing to remember is that whipping the wheel around can have a dramatic effect on everybody on board. It's best not to make sudden extreme turns, especially without first warning everybody aboard. Also, check all around you for other boats. Look over your shoulder, make sure there are no big waves and other potential hazards. One of the biggest problems people have is oversteering. Tiny incremental changes of the wheel will have a very big effect when you're up on plane. So, if you're headed for something like this marker, look at how big an effect a tiny little turn of the wheel can have. When you don't have a marker or some other obvious object that you're steering for, pick a point on the horizon and then just make tiny increments in the steering wheel, tiny little changes to stay right on that point. See, people, I told you that was going to be fun. Now, of course, the one thing that stresses out a lot of folks is docking the boat at the end of the day. Now, I want to share one little tip with you. Remember that whole thrust thing. What you do not want to do is put the motor into gear and then steer. No, steer first while the boat's in neutral. Then apply thrust and you get the maximum turn. Shift into neutral. If you need to change, turn the wheel and then apply thrust again. Make your turns while you're in neutral and only apply thrust when it has the most significant effect. Of course, there's a lot more to docking a boat. So what folks should do is continue scrolling down the BoatUS magazine YouTube channel. We have a lot of really good videos on how to dock a boat. Remember, people, above all, keep a good lookout. Before you make a turn, check over your shoulder, make sure there's no other boats coming, no markers in your way, nothing like that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you'll scroll on down and click on subscribe to the BoatUS magazine YouTube channel. And please, fill out the comments below and let us know what you would like to see more videos on.